Grr. Grr. Less than snappy response. I really wish I could figure out why my scene changing is so sluggish lately. I have a feeling I'm going to need to rework the whole freaking spiel to get it to be snappy again. That was kind of irritating. All right. We're at it again. In the verse, change of pace today, we went from Corsair and Zenith Red Armor. Now we're totally on the other side of the coin. I grabbed some white, although it is still the Orc Mark X because I think it's my favorite armor. I've even got the Paladin helmet. And we're in a 400i, although, good God, man, I tell you what, this 400 is in a rough place, dude. There's all kinds of weird shit that's wrong with the 400i. It needs some love. In a big frickin' way, man. I was surprised at how many issues there are. The doors can't seem to make up their mind whether they're automatic or not, but that's I think all ships. But the lift is one thing. It doesn't always show the collection, the controls, and why I am trespassing on my own ship is beyond me. It's like I don't own the lift. Right? And let's see if it's going to do it. Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes it totally breaks the appearance in these temperature controlled sections. It's like it forgets to render them. I think that's what it is it's sometimes just not rendering them. If you're on the pad someplace, it actually winds up looking like the interior the ship in a weird way. So that's squirrely, and since, you know, there's no avoiding going past these containers, it's like, what is going on? And this lift, especially with the tumbrel, is suicidal, man. It is an absolute mess. Even when the vehicle's parked exactly where it needs to be, when you bring it up and bring it down, it's like as it moves out of the container from the cargo area, it's scary. It's very scary. As a matter of fact, I'm not sure, because it was fine when I took off, and now it's pushed off to the side. How you doing, Glitch? Which is too bad, because there's plenty of room, you know, for the tumbrel and a couple of boxes. You can see I've got some storage crates here. This one is for my extra gear and supplies. And then this one is in case I find any goodies I want to keep. But wow, man. I was really, let's see if I can get this adjusted. I was really confused at how awful actually thought I powered this all the way off. Now it's not all the way off. Okay. So it looks like it's flat again now, at least. But you can see it's moving around, kind of like the rover in the Corsair. I'm gonna shut it all the way down. But I expect that by the time I get ready to actually use the thing, we're going to be looking at it going, is this safe? Because I don't think so. Still working, girl. God damn it. I thought I fixed that. I didn't save the fix on the typo, obviously. Space. It'd just be a working girl. Or a working boy, for that matter. We love space. That's it. How you doing, AZ? All right. Anyway, this whole ship needs some pay attention. Needs some attention from CIG. I really like that this is a good place for the suit lockers and all of that. Although, again, I think there needs to be a convenient rack on the bridge so that if you have to, repel boarders, or even if there's just an emergency, even though it's on the way, the first thing you're going to want to do is grab your weapon when you leave the seat if stuff's going to get squirrely, right? You don't want to have to mess with, see, is it going to even, yeah, sometimes this just doesn't work at all. It works fine here. I don't know. And like I said, I don't know what to think about that warning about private property when I'm in my own ship. Yeah, because if they board the ship, even if they go through the airlock, it's on that same chamber. So, it's like, I guess I better have a sidearm, but there's not even a sidearm rack here, right? I think all these bridges, they need something. And a sidearm rack would be fine in this luxury ship, but there's a reason that the ship has weapons on it, because the berth is a dangerous place. You could put a little rack of some sort here on the door behind this turret or co-pilot seat, whichever it is. Something. I don't know. I think that's something that they really are going to need to look at. I also think, God, the animation issues with the seats, getting on and off of seats, and all the vehicles. Although the tumbrel animation seems to work, and the rover animation still seems to work. So maybe it's just the non-wheeled vehicles. Come with the executive SMG on the bridge. Yes, I can see that. I don't know. I mean, it's weird to me that they didn't really consider the whole thing when, it's got weapons on it for a reason, right? It's got 2 defensive turrets and it's got 2 main guns. So clearly they know that sometimes you're going to be in the shit. Whatever, I guess. All right, let's see. We're actually in UEE space right now, away from Crusader. I just want to see what kind of missions pop if we're not really specifically anywhere. I don't want to mess with the Idris. It's definitely not a solo thing. Yeah, so you know what? I'm gonna go see if these even work. It's been quite a while since I messed with one of these stupid mining claim missions. Let's see. Most of the time, their designs lack common sense. Well, they definitely seem to be incomplete in their consideration, right? All right, where's the mission? You're not going to give me the marker for the mission? If I don't even have a marker for the mission, that's a pretty clear sign that the mission's broken. Yeah, all right, well, At least we had a marker to get the mission for the other sentries yesterday, although they never did pop. And I'm not going to chase this down with no marker, so. All right, well, I guess the only choice I have then is to go ahead and pick a system. Because clearly I'm not in the right ship to do a salvage. And I'm not going to mess with the address. So we'll go ahead and head to Hurston and work from there.
Quantum drive activated.
I mean, some of their ships have gotten better, and I think it depends on the team, too, right? Who's responsible for what on those ships? Because, like, the, that cutter is pretty well thought out overall, right? I dig the cutter. There's not a lot of nitpicking I could do with that, because, I mean, it's a small ship. And the rack is right there, isn't it? Pretty sure that the rack for the cutter is right there in the bridge area, although it's just the one seat. If not, then it's right behind it in the hab. At least it's not in the entry/cargo area. I don't know. I just think you really need to think things through. The one thing that I keep running into with the Star Runner, if I want to run cargo, is you really have to wear a spacesuit. Even if you're running from planetary destination to planetary destination, you're going to need a tractor beam. And that really means that there should be a rack for the max lift and those types of tools right there in the cargo area. That way I could keep my street clothes on and move the cargo, because otherwise it's a hassle. You can't even, I mean, you can, but it's, maybe that'll be improved when we get the unification between clothing and armor, of course. Maybe because we're supposed to get those magnetic attachment points on the clothing, and that'll be less of a deal. But I still feel like I shouldn't have to carry the tool around all the time. It should be convenience in the cargo area. So there's a lot of little details that I think they have just overlooked when it comes to actually using the ships versus just trying to sell them on the website. All right, I guess we need to go ahead and set our spawn, since we're not going to be using a rover today. So we'll go to Everest.
Quantum drive deactivated.
Yeah. And I mean, it isn't just the Ursa. I mean, the Ursa's the most visually offensive of offenders, but there's definitely issues. I mean, you saw that the tumbril didn't stay where it was supposed to be either. As a matter of fact, I expect when I get to the space station here that it'll probably be cockeyed on the cargo elevator again.
Quantum drive activated. Quantum drive deactivated.
Goodness. I need to I think I need since I use my throttle to set my speed limiter, I think I need to go ahead and set the speed limiter so that it's on by default. Although I still wish that the game would poll the throttle axis assignments so that it could always know what it's at. I shouldn't have to to yank it down and up to make sure that the game knows where the position is on the throttle. Where do I need to park, man? Goodness. Why am I getting the weird frame stuff again at the stations? Good Lord. I'm getting a lot of jank where, you know, the game is at speed and then it's not at speed. Not really sure what to think of that. Was clearly a rendering issue too.
Engines inactive.
Will be fixed by 1.0. Surely. Surely it'll all be fixed by 1.0.
And incomplete. Have a pleasant stay.
That damage was from trying to park the tumbrel in the ship. I wasn't sure whether there was room under the guns. Oh God, we didn't put the landing gear down. What the hell is wrong with me, man? Typical old man. All right. Anyway, I wasn't sure if there was room, so I tried to nudge it under, and there isn't. And as soon as it tapped the gun, it charged me with reckless vehicle operation or whatever and flagged it as impounded. It's like, it's my own ship in my own hangar. If I want to be reckless in that environment with my own stuff, shouldn't I be able to do it? But whatever. Okay, are the engines off? Where are the... I don't have all my... I've got empty MFDs. There, thank you.
Origin jump warps at
All right.
your service. Core system operating.
Yes. All right,
Engines inactive.
better. I'm glad that we've got these new MFDs, but it would be nice if they were reliable. Private property. There's what I'm talking about that you see on the pad, right? It's like, well, that looks great. Nothing wrong here. That's just the weird texture mapping that you see when there's holes in the ship, right? It's like, wow. Looking good, CIG. Going down them steps is great too. I don't know, man. I mean, you know, some of Star Citizen is absolutely gorgeous, and we continue to have this massive font of possibility and potential, right? And then as you're doing stuff in the game, it's just, what happened? But until we get to the point where server meshing is up and running and they can actually load balance the servers and hopefully general performance increases and improves, this is still very sad to see when terminals die. That should not be a thing. I mean, my frame rate is going to absolute shit. I feel like there's a lot of extra logging going on the backside right now. Because I'm not seeing a constant stream of stuff going on, but the performance is just not great. I turned off the FOIP just to see if it was on my end, and it didn't matter at all. So I don't think it is. And there's that dangerous hazard spot that you could literally kill yourself with if you took a helmet off. I think there's a micro black hole there.
Concerns got you worried? Forget that stress. Just relax. Everyone here at Kelso RX is going to take great care of you and your rest. Ask your med tech about optional medical services.
All right. So we're set to Everest.
Everyone here at Kelso RX is going to take great
When do we get to push injured people around with the wheelchair? Up. He shouldn't have done that. He'll be floating above the seat later. Watch. I was gonna push him, and he suddenly stood up. So maybe I'm wrong about them needing help. Maybe they just like to float in 0G, where they should actually be in 1G. Just rule breakers. Oh, like you can't tell us what to do. All right, let's see. What are we going to do? Let's find us a mission. That's a ground mission. All right, you know what? I haven't shot at anything with the, although what I want to do actually is if I'm going to do ship combat, I'm probably going to want to use the Saber today. But I do want to take the 400i out and shoot at something because I have not seen what it feels like in a while.
Your insurance claim has been.
So we'll grab the Saber for this, for doing space combat here shortly, ship combat. Bounty Hunter. MRT, certainly we can do an MRT, right? That's at a bunker. Although, you know what? Take that. This is a small multi-crew ship. We'll do that one first. What is this? This is an LRT. But an HRT. Alright. So we'll take those 3 missions and go from there. See how it goes. I did actually, let's see, I want to see how it behaves on the lift, because I put it on there and then I didn't. As I grabbed the X1. Well, that's not too bad. That's better than some stuff. I wound up having to put a different weapon on it, though, just to get it to fit on the lift. It comes with the, whatever the laser cannons are. The size 1 laser cannons. And the thing sticks out like this far. No exaggeration. It sticks out way far. It won't fit on the lift unless you overlap the tail of the ship. It just barely fits. Hey, how you doing, girl in pigtails? Good to see you. So anyway, so I pulled. I went to see what I could put on there that would be shorter, and wound up with they're not the shredders, but they're the size 1 equivalent sawbucks or whatever. That actually were way shorter. That wasn't too bad. Although you can see it looks like it's trying really hard to push through the lift. I remember when it used to be a lot worse, but vehicles with lifts holding vehicles is still a very hazardous situation. I don't know who owns my elevator, but I'm waiting for them to try and murder me, send me to prison. All the broken seat animations, man. Just grr.
Engines.
You are clear to launch.
All right, where do I gotta go for the first target? Near Ida, huh? Kidding. It's not gonna calculate until I get out of the hangar. No, that's not the problem. I guess the problem is it doesn't know how to get there from here.
Quantum drive activated. Quantum drive deactivated.
To Ida.
Quantum drive activated.
When we get to the bunker, I'll pull the tumbrel out
Quantum drive.
just to see how it behaves, even though I know it'll be even way scarier trying to pull it out and then back up on the lift.
Quantum drive activated. Quantum drive.
It's pretty bad.
Quantum drive activated. Quantum drive deactivated.
See, that's kind of annoying. Why doesn't it still show the range to the target? Of course, now I can't get it to show the range at all. Who needs useful information, right? I mean, come on. I need to know how close that stuff is. Why am I... Okay, no, I'm still moving. It's just the acceleration. It's to me like maybe he bounced off of something.
Achieved missile lock.
What happened? And it just went from being a Mark II Hornet to a... Is that the same guy? Maybe it's not the same guy? No, it says it's the same guy. Okay. Something weird is definitely going on there. Hello? Didn't you tell me I achieved missile lock?
Achieved.
Oh my god.
Shields under attack.
And where's my freaking crosshair?
Contact.
Kind of funny that this guy's on the Sentinel. He's all about that distortion damage. He doesn't seem to be using the big gun. Ah, what a pig. What a pig, which it should be. Don't get me wrong. The 400 should be a bit of a pig, especially compared to an actual fighter.
Achieved missile lock. Achieved missile lock.
Oh my goodness. I do feel like I'm getting some jank though, as far as the movement of the ships zigzagging in ways that they ought not be doing.
Hostile eliminated.
We got him.
Shields under attack.
The other guy's in a Buccaneer. Totally should outfly the shit out of me. It's too close for a missile lock. Ah. Damn it. Come on. Damn it. Oh. Really not landing very many shots, which, you know, it should be a challenge. Oh man, what just happened? Yep, all predictable movement is now ceased. All right. Whatever. He bounced off the asteroid. I'll take it. Alrighty. Let's go do the bunker. Next space mission, we'll go to the Saber. That'll definitely be a better choice. I bet, you know what, Summer's here is the button I want to use. Actually, here's the button I want to use. Accepted. Is this the guy that was in the... Yeah, this guy should be at Hendrix. Track.
Quantum drive.
I wasn't sure I was going to be able to do it without setting a route. I kept waiting for it to flicker to either the target marker or Everest.
Quantum drive deactivated. Quantum drive activated.
Just wondered if cooling was maxed out, but it was. I'm running stealth components actually on the 400i. I don't think it makes a whole lot of difference, but I had them, so I was going to use them. How you doing, Raven? Good to see you. We're in origin mode today. They even have white armor on. Not that you can see any of that when it's pitch black outside. It's Night Citizen in full effect. I was gonna say, I wonder if we'll have to worry about turrets since this looks like it's probably a hostile location taken over by pirates. But since attritions are broken still right now, I guess it doesn't matter. Ninetales, controlled territory. Proceed at your own risk. Yeah, I think that I should have to worry about turrets, except broken. Although I don't see any to target yet. Of course, I don't actually see... Oh, there he is. I was like, where's the actual marker? The quest for the mission.
Landing gear deployed.
Oh, good God. Of course, right? I mean, not that there was any way I was going to be able to see that because there's no landing lamps at all on the 400i. God forbid we get some kind of landing HUD. Someday, soon, TM. it won't be a shit show to land your ship. I don't know if I see any movement anywhere or not. Thought I saw a light flickering, but might have just been the game doing the rendering thing. Really? Fantastic. So the elevator's not going to work at all now. All right, whatever. It's a crap. Got to grab some ammo. I think it'll get better, but it's in a really rough shape right now. It just is, man. I mean, mine is part of my exploration pack, so... Oh, are you kidding me? I didn't buy any ammo? God damn it. I didn't grab it at Everest. Because I think that's where it is. Alright, whatever. This is what I get for switching from one ship to another. No lighting issues here. My guess would be his escort's all going to be in the base. In the bunker. Since that's where he is. Hopefully, as they engage, I'll be able to get some ammunition. From the, yeah, I can totally see it, especially with it open, with the ramp open. You know, my worry is actually that one magazine won't be enough to kill this guy. Alright, this guy should have the right kind of mags. If I can loot him. Only two, though. There's my target. Boy, I tell you what, they're definitely active again today. Where is he? I was kind of hoping that was all of them because I really needed to get some magazines. Did something just got blowed up, it sounded like. Nope. Quit switching shit on me. Why aren't you doing the thing? Seriously? What is this? I can't actually tell. Oh, good grief. Wow. The inventory's working fabulous. Just, I can't tell at all what's going on there. Oh, great. Are we 30K? That was totally not responsive. Oh, it's like it's doing stuff, but it's not updating the screen. All right. I wish it would resolve this too. It's not supposed to be showing the weapon twice. I don't know why it keeps doing that. It's decon. I don't care about that. All right. It just works. It would be nice if it just worked. Except it never does. All right. We're going to check for boxes. Because I still haven't seen a single helmet during this Halloween event. I've looted a number of boxes. Not a crap ton of boxes, but a few. If it works as it's supposed to, it means someone didn't do their job properly. It definitely feels that way sometimes. I don't think I grabbed everything I meant to grab. I didn't grab any grenades. I didn't grab I don't think I grabbed a med gun. I had a med gun on me though, right? I don't think I put it back on. No, there it is. All right. All right, well, I don't see any boxes. So, you know, I guess 100% of the boxes that were in this bunker had helmets, right? We're in alpha does not mean that what is working fine gets broken in the next patch. New stuff may not work. There should be tentative. Yes, I mean, I agree. The it's an alpha excuse went out the window as soon as they decided it was also a live service. I mean, that's my feeling on it. The it's an alpha just isn't an excuse anymore. You know, as soon as you elect to call it a live service, it totally changes our expectations. Why aren't you switching? Didn't I just... Oh, no, I didn't. All right. It's like, didn't I just see that I still had the med gun, but I don't, actually. Yes, definitely. You know, that's where we have that conversation about tech debt or bug debt, right? We're not at a point where even the base level gameplay is okay. It's not reliable. There's so many little bugs sprinkled everywhere that you are almost guaranteed to run into something no matter what you try to do. Right? Even if all you did was wake up out of your hab, go straight to your hangar or the spaceport, spawn a ship, fly to another planet, and land, and then store your ship, and then take an elevator to the lobby, right? Because we're going to pretend like we actually went somewheres. You are almost certainly going to run into something that's a hassle. How you doing, Dave? And that's not okay. It's time to start working on that. There could still be goons out here, so I guess I should pay attention. Out of curiosity, I can't because it's locked. Okay, I wondered if I could steal the the attritions and sell them. Yeah, and I mean that seems to happen a lot where, you know, we're missing elements, and we've actually that's been an excuse that we've heard a lot, right? Is it's like, well, that's such and such is missing. When they get that added, it'll work fine. And I don't know why the elevator is mysteriously working again now when it wasn't before. How about now? We'll stop working again the next time I need it. You watch. And I actually meant to re-rack the weapons, but I'm kind of getting tired of pretending that stuff works and that it matters. Grr. All right, let's go back to the station and grab the saber and do a little ship combat. Screw this patch so buggy. There's definitely a lot of stuff, although it got better because it was way worse. Why my frame rate is absolutely trashed right now? What is going on? It just got worse. Whatever, let's just get the hell out of here. Did I not turn them off? I guess I didn't turn them off. Usually better about that. And the lights in this thing is definitely subpar. Holy crap, the frame rate is atrocious. Yeah, I have no idea what's happening right now. It's bad. Is it better now?
Raised.
No. It's better in the rear camera view, which makes me think it's something in the canopy. One of these MFDs is trashing my performance. Yep, look how smooth it got. So which one is it? Can't tell. Maybe it's all of them. It's just terrible. Man, I like the new MFDs. I mean, there needs to be some polish, but I like how configurable they are. They're way, way, way better than what we had. I do think that the branding needs to be cleaner. It all needs to be a little more modern because it looks kind of clunky video gaming. I have a problem with that. But the information, at least it's all there. And of course, now there's some information that isn't there. Pet peeve of mine, where's the fuel gauge? And of course, the answer is you got to go to nav mode, and not just nav mode, but you have to be in quantum mode, because if you decide to be in nav mode with the quantum mode off, the fuel gauge that's up there just disappears. Kaputs. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Played a few days before the patch. If you didn't, you wouldn't be playing this anymore. Situation at the moment. Yeah, it's pretty rough right now. Although, again, it's better than it was 2 days ago. Because 2 days ago, it was terrible. Their glitch is walking. Yes. Well, I mean, that's one of the things that I was talking about. Thank you for the follow, Bean. I appreciate it. Bean Supreme. Because, I mean, you literally can't do anything without running into some issue, right? And they have to work on that tech debt. The bug debt is real. It is so heavy. Because it doesn't matter how shiny everything's going to look in the future. They showed all this really cool stuff for CitizenCon. Go play the game right now on the live servers, CIG, because your little private, local Deb servers don't count. I don't care how nice it is to play there. We don't get to play there. I mean, there's a lot to be had about the conversation complaining about Star Citizen, right? But the one thing that I think everybody can agree on is that no matter what else they decide to do situation-wise, as an example, some people are still really unhappy about master modes, right? Setting aside those kinds of conversations, if I get in the game, I should be able to do certain things at least 99% of the time. And I can't think of a single thing that I feel like is 99% reliable, right? 75% is where it tops out. And for most things, it's actually much lower. And that's not okay, not in a live service. It's okay in an alpha, but it's not okay in a live service. As soon as you called it an alpha, as soon as you called it a live service, it's an alpha is no longer the reigning reasoning. Man. I just, every single session, and granted, I tend to do a really complex things to push the game a little, right? Like right now, I have an X1 and a tumbrel in this ship, right? Because that way I could, take the tumbrel and drive to the bunker if the defensive turrets were working, whatever, that kind of thing. And stuff gets weird. Like yesterday, I was in the Corsair with an Ursa, with a medical Ursa, right? And I was driving from my Corsair to a distribution center and got stuck in invisible geometry in the Ursa, halfway between the ship and the destination. So I spent an extra 20 minutes battling that situation. And then, of course, I get to the mission, and with a suppressed rifle, shot one guy in the head and killed him, and the entire facility went on alert and knew exactly where I was. Right? And then somewhere in there, while I was trying to recover from that whole situation, we had a server error and got disconnected. Fortunately, we did reconnect to the server and we were able to recover our gear. But the whole thing was a shit show. In 45 minutes of gameplay, there was 35 minutes of fighting the bugs. Yeah, even just exactly. I mean, it's better today than it was 2 days ago, because I definitely had plenty of actual 30Ks just trying to log into the servers. Yeah, you can't be sure of anything. You just can't. And that's a real problem. And they definitely need to make things better. Yeah, usually you can't. I feel like I've gotten really lucky the last 2 times that I died. I was actually able to recover my gear, but it became more of a process than just getting to the mission. Or rather, it didn't become more of a process than just getting to a mission came from, right? All of a sudden, the focus goes from pursuing content to just trying to recover from the first step. It's a mess. I think just priorities are the problem for me, right? The management at CIG needs to decide that we need to work on improving the day-to-day. And I get that they don't want to spend a lot of time on placeholder stuff. That has been an acceptable excuse for me for years, right? It's placeholder, we're going to replace it. But this, where we are now, this is the 4.0 code base. We are in the code base that is going to take us to 1.0, right? So now they need to start fixing things, and they need to stay fixed. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't expect any special consideration. CIG has never given me anything. I mean, of course, I'm extra small time now. I was small time before I took my break. But I'm just a player. And as somebody who's backed the game since 2014, my expectation is now that we're in the home stretch, which granted is still years away from 1.0, they need to start fixing things, and they need to stay fixed. And I know we still have a huge hurdle with server meshing, right? As we come into 4.0, they'll bring server meshing online, and they'll load balance the servers so they can take better control over how many resources are being used, whatever. All of that's fine, but we need to get to that point, and the gameplay needs to actually be gameplay. You also back to 2014. That's it. 2014 represent. Yes, exactly. CIG themselves said that over 90% of the claimed ships in the burst were not destroyed. Yeah, no. That's due to bugs and crashes. And I mean, there are people, and here we are. There's a server error. It's just, so they desperately need to get to that point. We need to get to that point where, stuff is fixed and stays fixed. I need to be able to log into the game every single time. I need to be able to get out of my hab bed every single time. I need to be able to open my hab door every single time. I need to be able to open inventory at the storage terminal every single time. When I take something out of one inventory and move it to another, that needs to happen every single time. And that list goes on and on and on to when I get on the train needs to work. The ASOP terminals need to work. My ships need to spawn. They need to store properly. They need to remember their status. I mean, there are so many foundational steps when you try and play this game. Let's not talk about the ASOP and the medical terminals. Yes. Yep. We just, hello, we're 10 years in. I get it that it's a big project. It's a huge project, right? But we're at that point where some stuff just needs to work. Walking without getting swallowed by this celestial would be nice. Yeah, you know, a week ago or whatever, I went to a distribution center to do a mission, and the marker disappeared, so I couldn't tell exactly where I needed to be. And I was wandering around the distribution center trying to find where I needed to engage the hostiles. And I fell through the ground of the distribution center and was trapped between the geometry of the distribution center and the planet. Right? Yeah, totally agree. It's so irritating to have to get out of the seat to turn your freaking torch back off. Yes, the foundational bones desperately need to be stable. Yeah, well, I mean, you know, all of the problems that we had with navigation with the old star map are still there. All we got was a shiny new face, right? And the navigation system is still bad. You know, if you go to Quantum from Microtech to Arcor, and you want to go to, you know, someplace on Walla, as an example, it'll plot the route from where you are right now in this moment. And by the time you get to Arcor, wherever it is that it was going to have you jump to will be eclipsed. Right? So that navigation is basic. And the other side of that is that you still have all of these container situations, like constantly. If I go to Daymar, right, and fly back to orbit of Daymar, and I get ready to jump towards Crusader, as an example, or towards Yella, about half the time, I run into a situation where it looks like I should be able to jump straight to Yella, no problem. But I actually can't, because there's an OM marker that just happens to be right up here, and that container is actually blocking me from jumping to Yella, even though there's no reason I should have to go to that OM marker. All of that stuff is still there. Yep, I hate that. I hate that freaking bug. Got to power the thing down to power it back on so that you got lights. It's like all of these little things. You know, I mean, I will be the first to admit this is a dramatically better star map than what we had. And in some ways, it's way better. Even just having the search is a gigantic quality of life improvement. But it's still the same shitty navigation system that we've always had. And that needs to get better too. But that's secondary to let's just get some stuff fixed so that it absolutely works all the time. Oh my goodness. It really does get to be so frustrating. Figures it's right there. I wouldn't have been able to find it unless I set the route. I know it. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Completely agree. It's every time I go to free warp, right? No matter what, it just happens to be, it doesn't matter that I'm just trying to go to an OM point. It just so happens that the other moon is exactly opposite. It's like, could you not have spread that shit out just a little bit? Mathematically, these kinds of things don't happen every damn day. Completely agree. That stuff gets to be super, super irritating. And then, of course, you know, you get the thing where it's like you're ready, you're lined up and ready to quantum. And just as soon as you push the button, it goes flicker to the other marker that you were trying to avoid. And then you got to recalibrate all over again. Just grr. All the grr. 20-second animations, yes. There are a lot of really slow animations, like trying to get trying to climb up the top of a ladder. You know, when you absolutely, essentially need to be able to do it quickly so you can be ready to engage the NPCs. Takes fucking forever. Accidentally climb into the freelancer bed. See you on Tuesday. Yeah. Yes, please. Please cancel, especially some of them, like the ladder climbing animations. Oh my God. It's so bad that they automatically want to yeet you onto the ladder anyway. It's like, no, I don't want to do that. Let me out. Abort. Abort. Yeah, we're supposed to be getting a new traversal system, right? That's supposed to help with the ladders. It's also supposed to help with all of the shit that I run into all the time with the prison escape where you can't manage to clamber a rock that clearly you should be able to clamber. We're supposed to see improvements on all of that. But, you know, I'll believe it when I see it. And then once we get it, it sure as shit better be better than what we have now. Because I'm tired of that placeholder excuse. Totally tired of it. Yeah, well, you know what? They have talked about that too, right? We're supposed to get... Shit, of course I can't cam because we disconnected. And I didn't get out of the seat to get back in it so I could have external camera. They've talked about that. We're supposed to get, you know, hurry up animations. Right? Like you hold Shift Y instead so that you can hurry up and get your ass out of the seat or down the ladder or whatever. We've seen some stuff, like if you hold Shift while you're climbing down a ladder, you slide down the ladder. But it ain't in yet. So, you know, we still have the same problem that we've always had. And frankly, this overcomplication of every single pilot seat in multi-crew ships is getting old, right? I mean, even these, it's very slow. Why does this seat have to slide forward? Why do we need to complicate every single thing? If we're in a situation where I need to hurry up and hop in the seat and do shit, I'm screwed. You know, I would love to have the option to be able to get out of these seats and leave them in position. I don't need all of the extra complications. You know, and here's a good example too. God, I hate freaking automatic doors so much. I hate them so much. I don't know where the lift went. It must be because we changed servers, right? All right, let's see. No, we'll do it. We'll still got to get ammo in case we're going to do stuff afterwards. But for now, let's just take that. We'll have our weapons. And we're going to pull the saber anyway, so... Lift is coming with the last installment. Oh, here we go. I said I was going to do this, and then I didn't do it when I was at the bunker. So we'll do it. Let's see how the Tumbrel's going to behave with the ship lift, with the cargo lift. That was not bad. That was actually pretty good. Let's see how bad it gets when I try and put it back up. Yeah, look, it's being crushed, and I actually got lucky that it didn't do. When I loaded this thing up the first time, I closed the lift, and the lift went up, and the tumbrel didn't. It was hanging halfway through the lift and bouncing around. I was waiting on shit to explode and kill me. Right, and then I lowered the lift, and it was the ship lifted up and hopped over because the tumbrel was suddenly on the ground under the ship. I mean, I got lucky that actually behaved really well, except that I still feel like the suspension got compressed too much. But it went down okay. I don't know why that's bottoming out the way that it is. That shouldn't be doing that. Yeah. Well, and I mean like if I go spawn the Nursa right now, even on the pad out of the ship, it'll bounce. Matter of fact, let's do it just for shits and grins.
Welcome to the ASOC Vehicle Retrieval System.
RSI medivac. She got destroyed because,
Thank you.
like I said, I got stuck in freaking geometry for no good reason. Well, we'll just pop the regular one because it's got the same problem.
Your vehicle has been to please visit us again.
Of course, you know what may happen here is it might not actually store my ship properly. I don't have some of those. A number of them are actually bought in game. Because I mean, I haven't had a reset in 2 years, right? Oh, it actually stored it. I'm kind of surprised because I was having a problem with it not wanting to store ships that had vehicles in them. But I mean, you know, I have been a backer for 10 years now, so. So that's actually behaving really well. So this server must be on point. But you see, there it is. It bounced a little bit. And will it keep bouncing? I'm actually, it's going to make her a liar out of me, right? Because it's been really bad the last couple of days with it constantly going like this, no matter what. Well, it moved a little. That's better than it's been now. Is it really here? How come I can't interact with it? What? There we go. Yeah, no, I mean, I've seen some really bad stuff. Like I said, this server must actually be doing pretty well.
Welcome to Robert Space Industries.
We're not bouncing at the moment. Some movement's okay, because, of course, we got out of the seat, but... Yeah, I'm totally surprised, you know, because that's the best that I've seen the Ursa behave for weeks. I'm actually, I'm stunned because it's been so bad. What I was having happen in the Corsair yesterday, right, is just sitting there, the Ursa would be doing this, and it was bouncing enough that it moved over so that I couldn't walk between the Ursa and the Nox that I had in the cargo bay anymore. I actually had to pull it out and pull it back in so that I had room again. So it had clearly been moving over the whole time. All right. We're going to spawn the Saber. Although, you know what? Before I hop in the ship, I need to buy some ammunition. And before I do that, I need to buy a break. So let me do that, and I'll be back in just a second, y'all. And then I'm going to try some ship combat, because I haven't really done much recently. Yeah, it was definitely making moves on the Nox. Come on, tablet. What are you doing? All right, be right back, y'all. All right, I has returned. All right, let's see. I said, oh, shit. The figures, since I just put it away. I actually meant to grab a med gun. Let's see if there's one in station inventory. Otherwise, I'll grab one at the hospital. Because I'll probably wind up in a bunker or something here at some point. Yeah, there's one. I do have med pens. And there's some ammo. Are these all med pens? Those are not med pens. Opio pens? Oh, I don't need 12. Damn it. All right. Gives me helmet room, right? Well, what he means is when we get downed to be able to do it. But they've actually talked about that, where we're not going to do this thing where all of a sudden, boom, we're down. Right? They're supposed to change that. We're supposed to get a situation where we take a traumatic injury and we will be downed within a short period of time, and we'll have a chance to crawl out into cover or possibly use a med pen so that we could stabilize ourselves. That's supposed to be a thing. Soon TM, I'm sure, right? In the meantime, sometimes all it takes is one stray shot in the head and boom, you're incapped and you can't do anything about it. So, you know, at least they know they need to do something better. Because, I mean, what we should get is the kind of thing that they're talking about with Maelstrom, right? Where your ship will no longer go from it's alive to soft death to hard death. Why is everything wandering? That was weird. It kept panning. Instead, what'll happen is your ship's components will take damage and your engines will stop performing well and your shields will stop performing well, and then they'll go out and your weapons will slow down or whatever, and then they'll stop firing. And even at some point, all of the components might be dead, and you'll either be able to repair or replace the components, and then you'll be able to repair the ship and bring it back to full operating spec. Right? It should be the same thing for us, right? Like, we'll take a traumatic leg injury and we will no longer be able to walk. Maybe we'll take a torso injury that's so bad that we can't even crawl, but we'll still be able to use a med pen, right? And depending on the injury, maybe you'll be able to mask the symptoms well enough to crawl your way to safety. So this whole flipping the switch and boom, you're incapped, that's supposed to go away. And the sooner the better. For my book, because I'm just so not a fan of... Where the hell did I put B? Sorry, I've been trying to get used to using my Razor Tartarus as my FPS. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, it's supposed to be more like real life, right? And I don't need it to be real, but I do want it to be credible. And when your gameplay is wrecked by just a handful of shots when you're solo, it's very punishing. What I want to see happen when I get incapped, because I play solo a lot, right? And I do think that the meta is playing with a group. Even playing with one buddy, dramatically your success rate should go up. But when I get incapped, I should be able to try and crawl away. And if I can avoid being wrecked even further, I just want a chance to escape and recovery. That's where I want to be. Yeah, well, like I was saying, I mean, I agree with Glitch that I don't want it to be like IRL, but I do want it to be a credible gameplay experience. And more than that, I want it to be fun. I am totally okay with the notion of my mission went from killing group A and target B to just getting out alive. And right now, we don't really have the opportunity to get out alive. It's once you're incapped, you're done. And we do have beacons, but most people don't work those. Beacons rarely get worked unless you're talking about a specific organization like, what the hell's the name of the med team that I can't think of right now? With the white and red armor. Damn it. I cannot believe I can't think of the name of their group. I mean, they're well-knit med runs. Thank you. I could not think of the name. Although the funny thing is, for me, the only direct encounter that I've had with med runners was them rescuing a bounty that I had on a guy months ago. Right? I was working a bounty, and he was down in a bunker, and I didn't realize he must have been downed, or maybe he wasn't the one that was downed. Maybe it was his buddy. And they took me out because I was trying to get the bounty, which was cool. I enjoyed the whole experience. But yeah, most of the time you can't get a beacon run. People just ignore it. And part of the problem with the beacons is what? If you're down in a bunker or you're down in a distribution center, right? You don't have permission to go rescue that guy. So you've got to deal with all of the base defenses to go try and do the freaking rescue beacon. I mean, I know there are some people that don't like med runners, and that's whatever. But people who do that kind of, I love the whole notion of SNR gameplay, right? Give me the search and rescue. That's cool. I could definitely do that myself sometimes. I do have an Apollo in my hangar. But if you could use the med pen and crawl out of there and get back to your ship, or at least be undercover somewheres where you could find somebody to rescue you. As it is now, though, boom, you're incapped, and the only thing you can do is either backspace or hit M for the beacon. That's it. It's not fun gameplay. And yes, that's the other thing. Now, we know that they're working on some kind of karma/rep system, which we will desperately need. So they've talked about that too, and I'm glad, because I want to see people be able to get reputation for doing what they do, for one thing. Good and bad. But, you know, if we had a little bit better choice about how we handle it, that would be great. So, you know, medical gameplay, you know, tier 2, tier 3, whatever they want to call it. I'm looking forward to that being a better scenario. Because, I mean, I fully expect to see... shit. I don't have my helmet on, right? I need to put my helmet back on for no reason other than that's the wrong button. Here you go, watch this. You talk about, here's the Star Citizen thing, right? I could actually kill myself here. Right? Here I am in the station, just walking along. Death by mystery vacuum at the stairs. I mean, that kind of shit has to get fixed, CIG. Not okay. Yeah, and beacons for your local area, too. Yeah, because, I mean, usually the ones I see are, you know, millions of kilometers away, and it's like by the time I get there, they're going to have given up anyway. But I have a Cuddy Red. I have a Cuddy Red and an Aurora, not an Aurora, Apollo in my hangar. So, you know, I'd do rescue gameplay. I'd love to do rescue gameplay for for the bad guys. All right, I'll go do red gameplay. I'll storm the bunker and rescue the pirates and the other space Vikings. I'd be totally game for that. But it's just it's so difficult to try and do that gameplay right now. Even Medrunners, the only reason that they have the reputation that they have is because they have a network of people that help them get on the servers for people who need help. It's not like there's a Medrunner guy in the server I'm on, probably. I mean, there might be. But you know what I mean? It's not even... We just don't have stuff to support that shit yet. I am looking for ammunition for the P6 because I don't have any of that here at the station yet. Oh, how about you move that over like I asked you to? All right. And then I don't have any LH ammo. When I picked the LH, I know Aristan would be like, that pistol's garbage anyway. Why are you using it? Well, because I happen to have a boneyard one. So I wanted a white pistol to go with my white armor. He would frown at me loudly. Yep. It'd be like, use that S38. That's the one to use, that or the Arclight. The Arclight is actually a really sweet pistol. I have been using it, but today I was like, all right, I want to do something totally different. So I switched up, the brand of ship and everything else that I was using. And all I'm going to do is get ready to go, and I'm going to wind up getting dead and losing all my gear anyway, right? Because that's just the nature of gameplay. All right, let's see. Let's actually whip some of that ammo. Split. Those are actually giant freaking mags. All right, we have plenty of the P4 ammo. We want to grab a couple of... Wait, those are S38s. Where's the LH? All right. You know what? Well, that's fine. We got Lux, med pens. Okay. What happened to the weapon rack? What did they do to the weapon rack? No, never mind. I was gonna rack the weapons, but they totally wrecked the weapon rack with the textures and everything. No, dude. Why you do that, CIG? This is exactly the kind of shit I'm talking about, where they break shit that's been fixed for ages. I haven't seen that problem since, I think, before the gold pass on the Saber. Alright, we turn it off, and then turn it back on again so that we actually have lights when we need them. Oh man, yeah, this is a fantastic song. I would love to see them in concert. I would love to see their live show. Heilung is just... Alright, let's see. We need a mission. Contracts. Bounty Hunter. Why are these... That's on the ground. There we go. There's a small multi... Oh, that's completed. Pay attention, dude. I was like, why don't I have so few missions? No, not mercenary. Bounty Hunter. That's on the ground. This is a VHRT. I don't think I want to jump straight into a VHRT. Good HRT would be good. Large monthly crew. Although I feel like that 11K is kind of a joke of a payout. for an HRT. But we'll do it. And I guess I need to take... How did I lose my call to arms? I thought they were automatically carrying the call to arms over after server errors. Did that change?
You are clear to launch.
The old saber. We got 2 and 2 on the weapons. I decided to go ahead and put some ballistics on the wings, because I haven't used the 220s in a while. Except on the Firebird, which I'm only running 2 of those. I'm curious to see how it works if I pair them up with the Panthers to take the shields down. We shall see.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Clearly not a threat to me, so I'm not going to worry about him. When I went to leave yesterday, there was a hostile Corsair that targeted me and tried to launch a missile as soon as I left. So people are getting back to some of the normal hijinks, and this peeps me. CIG, please fix that shit. I really don't need it to be super easy to accidentally fall out of my frickin' cockpit while I'm in quantum. Be able to
Systems offline.
for a while we were able to actually interrupt
Green.
the spline jumps like that in PTU, which was really good. I'm very disappointed that they decided that wasn't as intended. That's very irksome to me. Can't wait for Quantum Boost, which will deal with all of these situations where we're going someplace there isn't a marker. Because this isn't fun gameplay either. You know, spending as much time flying to a target as you, even once you're in local space, as it takes to engage the target is just kind of lame. No, I know. I mean, and it's pretty strong too, right? All of that. I mean, anti-glare coatings are definitely a thing. That includes all this stuff. It's like CIG seems to sometimes get lost in the wrong details, right? I know they want us to see that that's the canopy, but bruh. That's it. See outside, not inside. Of course, that goes right back to this whole thing where we really need to be able to adjust the brightness of our HUDs. Because that's the thing, right? I know in my car, I can go turn a dial and turn that shit down until it goes off. Whatever. I need to set up all my MFDs too. I never have understood who sets up these default MFDs. A lot of these are just set up terribly. And I guess they adjusted all the atmospheres again. Whether they did it on purpose or not, I don't know. But here I am at 15 clicks out and we're not in atmosphere yet. It's a frickin' scythe. Freelancer. And a, what the hell's it called? A gladiator. I don't know where the scythe went. Oh, come on. They don't... The weapons aren't grouped anymore? I'll have to fix that.
Shields under fire.
Well, there's a fourth ship.
Shield down.
Where do my freaking crosshairs keep disappearing? Is this a helmet thing? I mean, I'm wearing a medium a combat helmet, not a pilot helmet. Although I was sure I had a not a helmet, a crosshair earlier. It's just teleporting around again, isn't it? Actually make use of the power that I have installed.
Missile lock. Kill.
They thought that guy was dead before, but he apparently wasn't. Who is this and why is he shooting at the other guy? Okay, maybe he's not. Kind of strange. I'm waiting for the desync jank. All of that was way too little movement all of a sudden. Oh, where'd he go? We done teleported all over the place.
Missile lock.
That's not the same ship.
Ammo low.
Come on, explode already. Good grief. Son of a bitch, man. I haven't seen this kind of janky desync in a long time.
Ammo depleted. Kill. Missile lock.
I don't know where my missiles went, but they definitely didn't go at my target. This ship must have attritions on it, since it's not actually firing at me. Another teleport. Oh my word. So bad. Guess maybe I shouldn't get close. It's interesting.
Kill.
All right. Yeah, I was watching TDL before I started streaming, and he was flying along in an arrow at 900 meters per second on the deck. I was like, what did they change? Whatever, dude. I mean, and you know, the thing that's going to happen is people are going to be excited because, oh, wow, we can go fly fast in atmosphere again. And then they'll fix this mistake, and everybody will be salty about it all over again. Yes, the old scratches in the glass, Braven. Oh my goodness. All of that crap that was all over the glass. It's like, you know, hey, that looks great as a prop. Doesn't look very useful. I mean, all of this reflection nonsense is so bad. And add in the fact that we spend so much time looking at this scenery. And it's definitely a head scratcher. It's just, you appreciate your cinematic style, but let's not forget this is a game where people want to do things. All right, need to restock and set our freaking weapons groups. That was kind of annoying. Because it used to be we had 2 groups of 2. And obviously stock loadout is, or stock setup now is all 4 weapons on 1 group, which is fine, but it just wasn't what I expected. Of course, we jump halfway around the moon and still somehow land in the dark.
Quantum travel complete.
Although, in fairness, I'm feeling like I'm just going to go right back to 4 Panthers on this thing. And just leave the ballistic loadout for the Firebird.
Landing gear deployed.
Landing complete. Engines offline.
I'm gonna look for boxes while I'm here, because like I said, I still haven't seen any helmets for the Halloween event. Hell, I don't think I've even seen a box today. And it's clearly not fixing to change here. Well, in truth, I've done the whole thing. I did all of it yesterday. Not yesterday, last year. I got all the helmets that I needed. I got the can I please actually open the door? I got the Spectrum badge. So I'm not really worried about it. I'm glad that they repeated it and that it looks like people will be able to do it as it just happens in the coming years. But I do find it really irritating that they make a deal about, you know, hey, look, the event's running again. And then I have literally not seen a single helmet. How you doing, Amy? Saber fan. Well, somebody else probably found a helmet. What kind of helmet is it? I can't tell what kind of helmet it is. No box. That's where I came in. There's a box. That's actually the second one of those Ascension it's not showing me the tooltip, so I can't freaking think of what it's called. What the hell's the name of that set? That undersuit? Good grief. Nobokov. That's actually the second one of those that I've seen this week. But no Halloween helmet. All right, what is this? Seriously? No tooltip for me. I just want to know what kind of freaking helmet it is. It's a Nobokov helmet. All right. That's the kind of basic functionality that I feel like they have like totally missed the bus on, because it's the same thing with it used to be that if you had a multi-tool out, if you pointed at something and you used the right click to ADS to go to that scan mode, you could get information that was useful. Well, that's gone now. The only way for you to see what you're using the multi-tool on now is to actually tractor beam it and see what it says it is and how much it weighs or whatever. I wish they would quit fucking shit up. Don't make it so difficult to interact with your game, man. You're pissed, but you're alive? What are you pissed about? What's going on? Somebody took a... I'm guessing all that shit was in the box. There's a pair of fancy pants, but no helmet. Obviously, somebody's been here and recently. There's a bag for a bag head, but no helmet. I really, really, really wish they'd fix the lights in the frickin' airlocks too. That's another one of them things that they freaking broke, and then I know why they're not fixing it. They're like, well, it'll be fixed when we put in the new global illumination, so there's no point in putting any work in the old placeholder system. Which is the same tired excuse that we've heard about so many things for the last 10 years. I can't believe that they broke the texture on the weapons rack. I don't even know how something like that gets broken. All right. I'm gonna do VHRT. All right. Okay. And where do I set the groups? Okay. Oh, that's right, because they had initially had it set up so that you would cycle groups, right? Is there a button for doing that now? I know there must be. Nuclear weapon. This has got to be it, right? The mouse wheel? Which is absolutely horrible. That's not going to do me any good. Need to rebind that to something else. And I don't freaking know what, because I'd have to look and see what I could even set it to. All right, whatever. We'll do it the old way for now. Not that that's going to stick, but that's fine for now. All right, so that means we'll have that, and then we'll have that, except, no, that's not going to work. Oh, shit. Is there something I can use that I'm not already using? I guess I could use that. I use it for something else right now, but... All right. For joystick gremlin, tools, input viewer, hit stick. This would be 21 and 23. 21's the important one. Well, you know what? That's not gonna... Maybe I need to use that for... Although that's not really ideal either. Precision mode, I do have it. I do see some uses for it. So you know what? Let's do this. As I do this zoom thing right now, and instead of doing the zoom, I would rather use the precision mode anyway. So let's set that on the left stick. All right. Why aren't you? There it is. Oh, because of the macro it's running. All right, so that's 16. Left stick. All right, we'll do away with that, and we'll make this remap to mouse, add right button, and we'll do that, and then what am I going to set this button to? I guess I could just use it for the wheel up for now so that it's the default setting. Which one is that? That's button 4. All right. No. Wait a minute. Shit. How do we set this now? Sorry, I'm totally, my brain is cooked on everything today. Where'd we go to weapons? Just need to set this. Yes. Yes. All right. That'll work for me. I'll fuss with that preset later. Okay, so back to Gremlin. Save profile, and then what did I just do on the... This is fill up. I need to set that to something. That's what I need to do. Precision mode thing. Well, that's fine. Save that. Options, key bindings. Is that under weapons as well? Where's that? Where the hell is precision mode? Scene, is that on the cockpit view or something? No. There it is. Vehicle ADS. They can't even be bothered to give friendly names. They're making these changes all the times now. All the time now. I mean, I can't. I mean, really? I don't know if that's going to behave well or not. I don't actually care about that yet, I don't think. Okay, so that works. Oh, let's see, hold on. You right. Oh, no. Actually, that. Don't want that. Toggle. Shit, no? Really? I only want it on hold. I don't want it to stick. It's got to be because it's the mouse wheel thing. All right, whatever. I'll figure it out for now. It's fine. All right, let's get out of here.
Engines online. Launch complete. Landing gear retracted.
Although, you know what? I wanted to make sure this was going to work. Yes. All right. You know, if I put the gear up, I might actually make some speed. Oh no, I did put the gear up.
Landing gear retracted.
Whatever.
Quantum travel initiated.
Yeah, it's V underscore ADS. Vehicle under ADS, I guess, which is like, whatever, dude. I don't know why they can't be bothered to actually put a user-friendly name on it. An English, human-readable, friendly name. Where we got to be on the other side of the planet? Of course.
Quantum travel initiated.
Oh, I saw your thing, Amy. Yeah, the one thing is kind of like, what can you do? The other, though, it is really annoying when Star Citizen starts to be difficult. Hanging up on install is something else that shouldn't happen. But I know it happens all the time because I see people like you comment on it all the time. Not being able to just play the game is like...
Quantum travel complete.
Wait a minute, what the hell? Why are we 300 clicks out?
Quantum travel initiated. Quantum travel complete.
All right. So we could drop out of quantum mode at least. We didn't have to power down. That's better. I'm sorry. it's very frustrating. I wish I knew what to suggest, except, you know, sometimes that crap happens. Did you try pausing the download, or you passed the download and now you're on the install? If you can get it to pause, what I would do is shut the launcher all the way down and then bring the launcher back up, and instead of restarting the install, I'd do the verify files and try that. But that won't do you any good if you're, because I don't think it'll do the pause on the, once it's actually doing the install, just on the download. Yeah, I think once it's doing the install, there isn't anything you can do, which is really irritating. When I updated the PTU this morning, it was incredibly slow to get that done. It did eventually finish, but I swear it took forever. Yeah, that's really annoying. That was the part that took a long time for me to get done this morning on the PTU, the .3 patch, but it did eventually finish. And if it's just sitting there doing nothing for you, then that's not good. I don't know what to suggest, though, to be honest. It's that be angry at SCIG. I wish I could be helpful. And you could obviously abort the install and then start it with the verify and hope it'll pick up afterwards. And when I say abort it, I mean Alt F4 it. Kill it with your task manager. But that kind of shit is really, really, really irksome. I have had those moments with Star Citizen over the years where stuff's just broken, and there doesn't seem to be a damn thing that I can do about it. It's one of the reasons that I've got an alt account, is my account was so broken I couldn't do anything with it for weeks at least. It might not have been months, but my main account was broken for weeks. Couldn't log in at all. Am I not in nav mode anymore? Guess not. I don't think I meant to drop out of nav mode. I know. Well, I mean, you know, that was one of the things I was ranting about earlier. We can't count on anything. Like literally anything. Sometimes some things work just fine, but you definitely cannot be 100% sure that anything is going to work. Not installing the game, not launching the game, not spawning in world, not getting out of your hab bed, not getting out of the hab, not using the elevators. I mean, it's literally nothing. They have got to improve that situation sometimes sooner rather than later. God, it's so freaking dark, man. I'm so over this pitch black stuff. I can't wait until we get the new illumination. What do we got? We got 2 vanguards. What? It's the other one that just flickered out. There's 4 ships there. Good God. And of course, I'm trying to target some of the other ships, and for whatever reason, I just can't. Okay, well, there's a 400i, which will probably be the target. Let's try and hit the escorts. Where's the...
Missile
And what, man? None of that did anything to his shields? There we go. Thank you.
Shields under fire.
Man, I tell you what, the jank is real right now with the game. And I still don't know why. Oh my God, why my crosshair keeps disappearing. And look at this. I mean, I'm unloading my Panthers on him, and his shields are sometimes, like now, they're working, and other times it just doesn't do anything at all. I really don't know what to think, except that we're dealing with a lot of the desyncy janky bullshit that we had for a while. This is really pretty terrible. And then, of course, he just teleports away. Where the hell is he? Look how bad this is. How did this get to be this bad again? Man, and here I was like, I haven't done any ship combat in a while. Let's do some ship combat and blow some spaceships up. And I mean, I feel like 65, 75, 85% of the shots that it says I'm landing, I'm not even landing. It's like the server's just pretending. Said it killed it. I think this is the one I thought I killed last time that I didn't actually kill because he just teleported away.
Shields under fire.
Shields are... Why did we untarget? Oh my God. So bad. Shit. Bruh. Look at that shit. Good grief. And I tell you what, whatever it is that's causing me to untarget the ship is really working my nerves. It's bad enough when it's teleporting around, but this crap with all of a sudden I'm being, I don't have a target. Oh God, great. Collision. Because he teleported into me. This is terrible. He crashed into the ground. That's fine. All right, now we got the 400i that'll have all the shields. It's a size 3 freaking shielded ship now. So I guess the 400 has had a size 3 for a while. Another teleport. And his front shields are back up again. They were down for a second. At least I sure thought they were.
Ammo depleted.
Trying to figure out what he thinks he's doing. Is he just trying to get me close to the ground so I crash into it? Is he just gonna suicide on the ground? Oh my god, the teleport! Good grief. Trying not to spill his soy latte. Oh, man. Well, and I mean, you know what? The teleports, his shield is regenning more than the damage I do. This is ridiculous.
Shields under fire. Missile lock.
And I mean, the missiles just aren't, they just aren't landing. As big and heavy as that ship is, all right, those two hit. Oh, of course. Oh. Oh, God. Oh, dude.
Kill.
Yay. Air soy missiles, yep. It just teleported. Teleported towards the ground. Oh, dude. EM Pioneers. I was going to use task forces, but I only had one and I couldn't buy them where I was at. I had Pioneers, so I put the Pioneers on there. Yeah, I mean, you know, that was part of the reason I didn't go all ballistic. Was like, I know I'm going to run out. I'll go after my first large target, and I won't have enough rounds. So that was definitely a consideration. It really doesn't. It has no idea. Said I really want them to set up the controls so they pull the controllers, the axis for your thrusts. I don't feel like I should have to constantly jiggle my freaking throttle to get an appropriate speed limiter setting. And I'd turn the speed limiter off, except then I get that weird thing where it just compresses the scale. Finally got it installed. Well, I'm glad to hear that. That's one point of frustration relieved, at least. Everything feels weird to me since they added the gravity compensation. Part of me is like, go ahead and turn it off, and I don't know. I haven't really decided. Nothing feels the same as it used to anymore, that's for sure. Where's the indicator for... Oh, there it is. Okay. Couldn't find the coupled indicator. Got 99 problems, but an installation ain't one. So it is just nav mode that goes faster, though. And my saber still only wants to move at 200 meters per second in SCM. I assume I can do better with boost. All right, I am still confused by the crosshair thing. I have a crosshair there, but it's transparent, making it pretty much impossible to see during combat. Is that a helmet thing, or is that just, you know, crappy CIG? I don't really understand why the crosshair is almost invisible. Instead, I wind up aiming at this little tiny ass frickin' dot. That's not F1. None of these are at distribution centers. Let's do a Merc, I guess. Caterpillar. This one will be at Farnsway. All right, we'll go and do that. You didn't mean to do that, bro, because you were already in nap mode.
Quantum travel initiated.
I'll be right back. Need to take care of something for the Shield Maiden. Hopefully I'll be relatively safe where I'm at for the moment. Back in a second.
Quantum travel complete. All right, I has returned. We didn't get blown up. We didn't fall out of the sky, so that's all win. Might be a good idea if I actually get in the right window.
Plenty of ships in the vicinity. You know what? It's got to be something like this, right? It has to be some of these pipes that we got stuck on yesterday. They were just invisible. That would be the right location. Ish. Because I didn't see any of those pipes. Hey, how you doing, Warlock? So I bet that's what I got stuck on. They're invisible at the facility I was at, because I think I was at Casio. I don't think I was at Farnsway yesterday. Good grief, and those are extensive too. All right. There's an awful lot of ships here. Doesn't really bode well. Trying to remember that there's a light pole there right next to me when I get ready to go. You grief. There's a Hornet there too. So many ships. Sounds totally it's totally plausible, man. Totally plausible. All right. You know, as it turns out, the very first thing that we're gonna do is hydrate. All right, now let's equip at least one. Wait a minute, we don't need those 3 and 4. We don't need the FS 9 cans right now. How about a full magazine, not a partial one? Now, I know what's going to happen is I'm going to go to engage these guys, and they're going to know exactly where I am as soon as I do it, right? Maybe before. See any movement yet. Up. All right. We done sniped one. I'm waiting for the weapons fire. Yep. They're already shooting at me. What is with all these containers? Is this normal? They're not moving around. They're not store-alls. At least it doesn't look like it. Where did that come from? Where'd that shot come from? You little rat bastard. Shit. Poke your head out. Two of them. I mean, one of them was, there he is. One of them was just shooting at me. Oh, that was the wrong button. Got him under the pipe. See that guy's weapon, but I can't draw it. Got him too. Good night, sweet prince. Oh, it's not a good angle. How come you didn't finish reloading? Did. Bye. Alright, now we need the actual target. Must be a way to sit and lean on the rail. I don't know what's bouncing around in the background there. Almost. Not quite. Oh shit. Oh, God damn it. Come on. Get behind the shit. Oh, God damn, man. Hey, what's up, Aristan? Well, you just saw me get got completely. Even though I was being fired upon by by people well outside sniper range, immediately was bleeding. My number one complaint about FPS, other than it just being janky, is the ridiculous awareness that the NPCs have. It's kind of nice that NPCs are moving around now, but bruh, this whole deal where once the NPCs know where you are has been ramped up to 11 now. I was doing ship combat before, so this was actually the first FPS engagement. But I couldn't move forward just then. I was trying to move forward so I could get cover and use the med pen. And I couldn't move. I just couldn't move. Barely outside SMG. I know. You know? And I mean, at least the one guy was rushing me, but he's not the one that was shooting me. It's just, it's the same old, same old, same old. Right? And I know that the people that are good at Star Citizen FPS, they'll tell you that what you need to do is you need to be aggressive. You want to rush the NPCs and shoot them before they have a chance to get set and do their thing. And I just don't want to play a game that is constantly about always charging. You know? I mean, again, everybody at that location knew exactly where I was the first time that I shot a single NPC, even though I shot him with a suppressed sniper rifle. And I one-tapped him with a freaking sniper shot, you know? It's just, who gives a shit about tactical gameplay, I guess? Yes, low caliber, hitting me, giving me the bleed out injuries. It's stupid. It's just so bad. It's so bad. And it's hard to be enthused about it, even when I'm having moments of fun. right? It's the same old, same old, same old, same old. And I mean, I'm wearing medium armor. I'm not wearing light armor. I'm not wearing no armor. Well, I mean, that's a fair point, right? I almost brought the AO3. Which I know is quieter. But it's just, I'm so tired of just the same old, man. Yeah, I don't have a P8R. Yeah, I do P8AR. I don't have one. So it doesn't matter. And I've got to say, that's one more example of CIG doing bullshit CIG things. There's no reason to just not make all FPS weapons available. If you're going to add it to the game, or don't. This bullshit like that is super tiring. It's bad enough with spaceships and ground vehicles. To do it with FPS weapons too, especially when there's no way to recover that gear when you lose it, not if, but when you lose it, is just CIG being dipshits. Fucking cut it out, man. Quit it. Put a fucking terminal in so that we can recover that gear. And just... The problem is, it is the same old. And it's fatiguing. It's the same bugs, even when it's new circumstances, right? Because we've had the Terminator NPCs before, where as soon as they know where you are, you're getting headshot. This is the same bullshit that we've seen for years. It's great that the NPCs are moving around, because they are. The NPCs are so much more active, and that's fantastic, right? Except, of course, the fact that we could mitigate their Terminator aim is gone now, because they're actually on the ball moving around. And the fact that they instantly, because I mean, yesterday, late in my stream, I was doing a criminal mission, and I was moving along essentially underneath where I am at the facility, and saw a guy headshot him, and it was in the full-on dark, right? And as soon as I headshot that guy, people from that tower started shooting at me. And then I got around the corner to where I needed to be to engage my actual group of targets, and there was already 6 guys stalking me. And then these guys were coming after me. And then there was another group of guys that are from, I think, the yard opposite of where I needed to be. The entire fucking facility was on alert for me after and that time I did use an AO3. I think it might have been a suppressed P4. But it's just, and I know they're talking about doing it, but I mean, it's like, I'm tired of, that'll be sorted when we add the next system. I'm tired of that excuse. I just am. It's so fatiguing. It's so fatiguing. We're on the 4.0 code base, aren't we? Isn't that what they told us? That .2 is on the 4.0 code base? You know what else they've talked about? What else they've talked about is this not being a thing. anymore, right? We're going to change things so that you're not instantly incapacitated. Instead, you'll have a moment to crawl to cover. So you'll have a moment to use a med pen. So maybe you can use a med gun to deal with your symptoms. We're going to have a moment. And that's going to be soon TM as well, right? Instead, what we get is you have bad luck and instantly you're incapacitated. And, I could hit M and do a beacon. But the thing is that, nobody works beacons except for a very select group of people that decide that they're going to work beacons. By and large, they get ignored. Right? And if it wasn't for the fact that another system is completely broken right now in attritions, somebody working the beacon wouldn't have permission to be here anyway. That's kind of funny. There's a ship landing over there. It's mainly 4.0, but some systems aren't like ground vehicles. Yeah. I know, but I mean, I can't be bothered. Because, I mean, to be honest, right now, I think I'm done. I think I'm done. Because the air combat was terrible. I'm talking about ships teleporting around again. I mean, the NPCs moving around is great, but everything else is shit, man. I can't believe that attritions are still broken. Why are they still broken? I mean, if you don't want to fix them, just copy paste the values for the freaking, I can't think of the manufacturer, the CFs, right? Yeah, attritions don't fire. They don't fire. So all of the turrets in the game are broken right now because they're all attritions. Damn it. Son of a bitch. My frickin' my camera base thing just came off for my VoIP camera and my it's the thing my Toby's mounted to, so I'll have to fix that. But yeah, I mean, attritions are totally broken. The NPCs being on point is at least as much a hindrance as it is a bonus. But the ship combat is absolutely terrible right now. I don't know. It's just as much as they correct, they break. And I'm really fucking tired of it, man. I just am. I mean, patch to patch, it's like, what do they break when they fixed what? And the other side of that is it's great that they're trying to work on getting us into server meshing. But that's not going really well either. I want to see some progress. And preferably, I would like to see progress that isn't 2 steps forward from 3 steps back. Which is what we seem to keep running into right now. Right now, I'm just trying to summon up the energy to either, respawn so that I can come back and try and recover my corpse, or even hit M to do a rescue beacon, because I can't even be bothered to do any of it. I think what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to go have lunch with the wife. That's what I think I'm gonna do, is just get the fuck out of Star Citizen and go chill with the Shield Maiden. Maybe give my son a call. because this is par for the course. I'm actually really disappointed at how bad the ship combat was today. I mean, I just don't understand how we're back to ships teleporting. Teleport. And that, and I mean the whole deal where we're lagging at length in straight lines, and I'm shooting at the ship, and then all of a sudden it gets active again, and the shields are back up at full health, and it's not taking any damage. I mean, this is 2 years ago shit. So I am gonna call it. I appreciate y'all hanging out today, but I'm done with Star Citizen for today. And you know what? Let's see. Let me check real quick before I hop out. I can't even play New World yet because their support has not given me a clue what to do about that shit being broken either. They asked me for a bunch of information and I sent it to them, but whoever works that stuff hasn't worked it yet today. Yeah, well, I'll be back tomorrow. Wednesday, I do have to get the Shield Maiden to some appointments, but I'll be back tomorrow. So I'm sure I'll run into more of the same tomorrow. Anyway, I'm out. All the love. Thank y'all for hanging out today. Thank you for dropping in, Airstan. I'm sorry that I just can't anymore today. Much as I always enjoy hanging out with everybody. I am Legon. Y'all stay safe and stay healthy, and I will see y'all around the verse. See you tomorrow.